Nof Clipper, hi friends, Darth Momo here. We're going to quickly talk about some brief breaking news. Looks like Dave Filoni will now be taking over Lucasfilm with Lynn Brennan, I think her name was. They're going to be co-presidents, and Kathleen Kennedy will be stepping down. This has been rumored and talked about for a while now. It was unofficially kind of confirmed a week or two ago, and now this is officially announced. Um, all in all, I think it's a step in a good direction. I have a lot more positive things to say about Dave Filoni than I do about Kathleen Kennedy. I don't think Kathleen Kennedy was entirely negative. I think there were mistakes made in the last 12, 13 years that were her fault. I think there were mistakes made that were not her fault. I also think that there have been wins under her belt, but I do think there are overall more losses than wins. Um, Now, is Dave Filoni perfect? By no means, heavens no. I have definitely have criticisms of Dave Filoni, but I would not deny the fact that I think Dave Filoni is probably the closest we'll get to a George Lucas type as far as the love for the lore and the series and its roots. Um, and while Filoni's far from perfect, I think he best works as an ideas kind of guy, someone overlooking things as opposed to being the guy actually writing and carrying out the shows. I think he's got a lot to learn as far as live action directing goes, and I think his writing is not that great. Not that his ideas or concepts are bad. I do like, for the most part, his ideas and his concepts, but I think his writing suffers, and I think that could be told by when you look at, like, Clone Wars, for example, which also had the oversight of George Lucas and a team of writers, and Rebels, which, while that was under the thumb of Filoni, that also had a team of writers and other people working around it. Ahsoka was very much all him, and I think those, while, I'm not entirely negative of the show, there were aspects I liked, and overall I liked more than I didn't like. Ahsoka very much suffered, and I thought was a lot weaker than Rebels. So I don't think Filoni works as a guy on the boot, in the boots on the ground, but I do think Filoni best works as an ideas kind of guy now that he will be the chief creative head of Lucasfilm, no longer answering to Kathleen Kennedy or anything, mainly answering just to Bob Iger for now and whoever eventually replaces him. I think this is overall a step in the right direction for Star Wars. I don't think this is necessarily going to fix everything. I think Filoni could easily have some missteps under his belt, but I think he will overall have a higher percentage of wins over losses than Kathleen Kennedy did in her tenure. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe 5 years from now we're gonna be like, dang, Dave Filoni, he really fell hard. What happened to him? But all in all, I'm hopeful. I'm not like leaping for joy. I'm not like, great, Star Wars is saved. But I do think overall this is more of a positive step than a negative one. But those are my thoughts. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below and let me know what you guys think. Otherwise, thanks for joining in. Darth Momo out, and may the Force be with you. Always.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. If you liked the video, comment down below and hit that like button. Oh, and check out some of my other videos. I'm sure you'll find them in the light.